This is Gordon. He's a Renault 5 Gordini. It's a bit of a project. It's an Atmo, so it's a non-turbo. It's actually my preference. Bought it off Paul, next door Paul. Paul bought it as a project and then in standard Paul fashion didn't do anything with it. Love you, Paul. And I wanted to go at it, so I bought it. What can I tell you about it? It's very solid. Someone has spent a lot of time and effort making this thing solid. It's had new sills, new floors, new everything. There's no rust on it anywhere. Some of the metalwork needs finishing and tying it in, and I'm not going to beat about the bush. Some of the metalwork isn't factory, shall we say, but it's been done properly. It's solid. It's not going to rust through again because I'm going to treat it all properly. So yeah, basically I think what's happened with this is someone's been trying to turn it into like a bit of a track car, race car-y kind of thing, and then for whatever reason stopped. I'd never heard the engine running when I got it, but I've played about with it a bit and the engine now runs. It sounds really sweet, which is good. I've done a little bit of tightening up under the bonnet, which we'll cover in subsequent episodes. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you Gordon, the Gordini, because he's very cool. And he's a very worthwhile project. So we're going to have loads of fun. I'm cold. That's why I'm not my usual self. It's very cold. -2 in the unit. This is one of my first jobs with Gordon the Gordini. Electric stuff. I don't know the history of this thing. I don't know how far someone's got with it. I don't know what they've done with it. So I'm just going to start off with the basics. I've had a battery on it and stuff like that, so that's all good. But for now, I just want to clean up as many of these electric points, connection points, as I possibly can. It's all looking business as usual in here. I've cleaned the points, cleaned the rotor arm because that was a little bit corroded. It's got a new fuel filter on it. I've replaced 2 of the fuel lines. It's got really good oil pressure, which is excellent, but the oil's obviously never been changed in forever, and the spark plugs are, the spark plugs are minging, so we're going to give those a quick clean up now, and we're going to drop those back in. Quite possibly the most hateful job on one of these engines is this rear spark plug, but what I will say is having the valve cover off makes it a lot easier to get to this. So what we want to do is we want to, oh god, they're horrible. Right, I'm also trying to do it from the wrong side. There we go, there we go. So now that that's in, I can put that on there, then I can drop it in. There we go. Honestly, so many of these never had that 4th spark plug changed because nobody really wanted to do this. Right, give me 2 seconds and we'll go and get a ratchet and nip this up. Is that in? It is threading in. It is going in. What I will say is the threads on this head were really horrible. Like taking them off, whoa, it was nasty. Right, let me just get a little ratchet. I want to get the rear one in before I put the valve cover on because it's such a nightmare to get to. You can see how the plugs sit in the head. I'm going to say that that's not going any tighter than that because that's something I don't want to get into with this. Right, next up, let's get my freshly painted valve cover in without knacking it too much. So this is how I did it before. I put it in, I looped this. Oh, it was a nightmare to get out. How am I going to get this back in? Right, I'm going to go. Oh my god, it's so tight. I'm going to bend that down and out the way for now. Once it's in, it's in. Is that over? I think that's over. Genuinely feel like I've done it. This is the shittiest job in the world. Oh my God. How are you meant to do this? Right, that's on there, so that's good. Oh, come on, girl. That's it. That's it. It is now on. It is interesting. I love these cold evenings. Cold evenings in the unit working on an old Renault, I couldn't be happier. So now we're going to see. Oh, she sounds great. Now I'm just going to check that it's got circulation all around the engine and that it's not blocked in the radiator or anything like that. I'm going to keep an eye on the temperature gauge and just kind of feel everything, and if I think it's getting too hot, I'll turn it off. But basically, I don't know anything about this car. I've got no history with it. I don't know anything at all. This engine might be toast, so I'm just treating it from fresh. I've got it up to temperature a bit, and I've got my pressure gauge on there. I've just put 5 psi in it, nothing crazy, and it's holding it quite steady, so I'm happy with that. That's good. I've managed to persuade the tap on the heater matrix to open, which is great news for me. I've just had it running for about 5 minutes to get up to temperature, and it says 90 on the dash, which is good. I've just had a quick feel of all the hoses, and it doesn't feel like it's pressurized, which is great. And the top and bottom radiator hose are equal temperatures, which is, I'd rather the bottom hose was quite a bit cooler, but we've not got any airflow. So I'm waiting now to see if the fan's going to kick in. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. Fingers crossed the fan kicks in. I think that there's a bit of wiring missing to the fan switch, so I'm bypassing it to see if the fan comes on. Basically, that's kind of where we are with this one. So I don't think the fan switch is active yet. So we'll keep waiting for it. Whoever's had Gordon before has obviously been restoring him for something. I want to go through everything and make sure that it's good, because I don't know the car, I don't know what they've done. I can see there's loads of new parts on it, there's new brake pipes, there's stainless brake pipes on the back. It's had all sorts of bits and pieces done to it, and I don't know if it's been thrown together to get it rolling and get it out the door, or if it's actually been done to drive and keep and use. So everything's coming off. I'm going to get gloved up. It's very solid underneath. Some of my Renault 5 friends will be very jealous of my jacking location. Not many 5s you can do that with. I'm going to be Raptor coating it underneath, front to back, because the idea behind this is I want something that I can use, drive, enjoy, maybe do a few little classic track days and sprint days and stuff like that on. Oh, that feels all right. I don't feel bad. Handbrake cable's seen better days. I had this off the other day. Well, I didn't take the wheel off actually, but I had this off the other day because I had to put the fuel tank back in it. Right, let's give it a good wipe down and have a look in here. That's a little bit bindy, but it's not horrific. I can live with that. once it's very solid. Very solid. Fair play, Gordon. I'm just going to clean it all up in here. Get in there with some GT85 and some brake cleaner and stuff like that. Just give everything a clean down, see what I'm working with. I love these wheels. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but they're just cool, aren't they? Right. I'm going to click this on here so that you get consistent audio. How about that? That'd be nice of me, wouldn't it? Yeah, I really like these wheels. I probably prefer the turbo wheels, if I'm honest. Okay, cool. Don't fall off, don't want to break you. No, I said I prefer. Okay, weird, okay. I'm finding lots of weirdness about this car, which makes me really happy about the fact that I'm going to go through it nut and bolt. So, new calipers, new slides, new pins. I mean, are they new or have they just been painted silver? That bush is knackered. It's got a Bilstein shock on the front. There's some weird spaghetti junction type wiring going on. I'm really glad that I'm doing this now, if I'm honest, because I think someone was doing this and gave up. That's what I think. I think someone was doing this with the greatest of intentions to try and do something nice, and I just feel like they gave up on it. You can always see stuff like that in any project car. You can see when someone's run out of money or time or enthusiasm, and when you're this deep into it, there really is there's no getting out of it. You have to finish it, otherwise you really massively lose out. All of this is the parts that matter, the metalwork, I'm happy with. Doing this is a really good trick. I'm going to show you this in a little bit more of an up close, because this is something that I always like to do to work out the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. When I'm looking for bodge, I like to use one of these little magnets on a stick, because what you can do is you can feel just quite how much seam sealer there is, but also you can tap. So here, you can see there's a ridge here, and there's seam sealer down here, but there's a lot less seam sealer here. So while it's still magnetic, and it's still metal, down here hasn't been sealed anywhere near as much as up there, which I don't mind because that looks like stone chip to me, and it is all metal behind there. That's great, because that's an area that you'd fill with bodge. These bottoms down here, these bottoms down here, these can, yeah, that's not full of bodge. Feeling pretty good about this so far. Checking the battery tray, because they all rot here, don't they? Okay, judging by this piece of metal here, it's had a new battery tray. Judging by this piece of metal, it's had a new battery tray, definitely. So that's all good. No bodge there. Okay, so it looks like, as I've kind of been led to believe, is that metal in there? Yes, it's just got a lot of seam sealer on it. Okay, so as I'm led to believe, all the metal work's been done on this, and it definitely looks like it has, and it looks like it's been done to an okay standard. I'm happy with that. I need to wire some of these bad boys back in. Clearly something's gone wrong there. What is that? So all the metalwork's been done, which is great. I was told all the metalwork had been done, and it has been done, so that's good. It looks really nice and solid in there. However, we've got some suspension bits to go over. This is all old hat. That needs to go, old set of Bilsteins and, you know, knackered seal there, and this all needs doing. Let's go to the other side, see what the other side looks like. Well, I've had a good look underneath it now, and there's a few bits that, look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a few bits that aren't necessarily great, but quite clearly it's solid enough because I've chosen to jack off of it. But I'm under here, I really can't see anything. Like, I'm trying to look and see, like, have they found something that's made them go, no, I'm going to give up on this project? And I've got to be honest with you, I can't really find anything. There's nothing like, everything's of a fairly consistent standard, which isn't bad at all. They've obviously focused on solidifying it first, and it's had inner and outer sills both sides. It's had the rear quarters done, the rear arches done. Like, it's had a lot of metal put into it, but it all seems to be done to a reasonable standard. So I don't really know why someone would invest that heavily into Gordon and then give up on it. I'm pleased to see that the suspension stuff hasn't been touched, because that means that I can do that, which is great.